rated hub score of 100, and everything you need to live a fabulous life is well within distance. I can't say I'm surprised at how quickly we've come out of the gate in 2022, considering the strength and growth of our industry in 2021. Looking back over the past year has set the table for how we are beginning the new year. It was a year of breaking old records and setting new ones. We set the tone for a great year when March and April both set records for the second highest months for condo sales since 2000. May brought in sales that were 10% above the 10-year average. But then June saw sales that were 13% above the 10-year average. August set the highest number of new condo sales for August in our industry's history. Year-to-date high-rise sales in September were 50% higher than the same period in 2020. October was the fourth highest level of condo sales for the month of October for our industry. And November continued to break sales records and came in at 137% above the 10-year average. Before the December numbers are tabulated, we already know that we're sitting at over 30,000 sales, making it the second highest year in our history. What an amazing year. Immigration plays a huge part in our buyer's circle. The stage is set for 2022 with our immigration department approved to welcome 411,000 newcomers. 2023 will increase to 421,000, with the biggest percentage landing in Toronto, all needing shelter, whether rental or ownership or wanting to invest their money in future real estate. Lack of supply continues to drive price growth. The sooner you get your clients into the market, the better. Whether your clients are first-time buyers, seasoned investors, or buyers right-sizing their lives, price has nowhere to go but up. The rental market has rebounded. With the return of the international students, it has brought a wave of bidding wars for rental housing in the downtown core. StatsCan is projecting 1 million international students in 2022, and 49% of them are university levels and will need rental accommodation. This says so much about our world-class educational facilities that are easily accessible from our brilliant transit position at King and Dufferin. There are strong rentals for XO2, with rental rates continuing to climb, and MLS Stats saw our immediate area post $3.89 per square foot in the last 2 weeks. Average days on the market is 12 days, and great news for our investors to know that over 50% of our King West neighborhood are renters. Employment. The news on the employment front is so good too. Unemployment was hovering around 5.5% ahead of the COVID-19 crisis. Our current rate of 6% is so close to the norm. Plus, Canada gained 154,000 new jobs in November. These are all positive influences on our marketplace as we kick off the new year at XO2. So here's what to expect in 2022. The past 2 years have taught us to expect the unexpected and adapt using creativity and optimism. Although 2022 may have more surprises in store, one thing will remain the same. Our new construction real estate will continue to be a stellar investment. 2022 will continue to be in a demand exceeding supply marketplace. Ontario needs to add approximately 100,000 new homes per year to keep up with our population growth. Our current rate of construction is already short of 70,000 homes. Increased immigration and the return of almost 1 million international students to our world-class educational facilities will contribute to the increase in demand. Despite the lack of supply, demand will continue making new condominiums even more desirable. Prices will continue to rise, and that buying sooner rather than later is a smart move. And that brings us to today. And what an amazing building we are bringing to the market for Lifetime and Pinedale at XO2. Here to tell you more about what's coming for Lifetime and XO2 is Brian Brown himself. Over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Barbara, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the launch of XO2 Condos. We're extremely excited to be able to kick off the new year with a project launch like this, and I want to thank everyone for joining us today for this incredible milestone event. My name is Brian Brown. I'm one of the principals of Lifetime Developments, and as you all know, this project is phase 2 to an already successful project that we launched in 2019, being XO. Both XO and XO2 are located on opposite corners at the intersection of King and Dufferin Street, and both will have a profound and positive impact on this intersection and also on this neighborhood. We'll get more into that a little bit further on in the presentation with Steve, but I want to first thank our partners, Pinedale Properties, for including us in this project and for their trust and support throughout this whole process. For those of you who are not familiar with Lifetime Developments, I want to take a few moments to talk about our track record and then also share some exciting news about our firm and the projects that we have in our pipeline. Over the course of the last 40 years, Lifetime has had the honor and privilege of being involved in some incredible projects in the city of Toronto. Roughly 20 years ago, we decided to, as a company, focus our expertise on the high-rise developments, specifically in the downtown core. And since then, we've been involved in over 20 different projects, representing over 7,000 new homes in Toronto. I'll go through just a few of these projects, just to keep it brief, but the first project that we have on the screen here in the upper left corner is Bisha Hotel and Residences. This was a project that we completed in 2017. It's a 44-story building, mixed use. It included our own private label hotel brand, Bisha, that we launched and co-developed with Toronto's own hospitality and lifestyle icon Charles Caboose and Inc Entertainment. And today we continue to own and manage this hotel alongside Charles. Next to that is Index, which we launched in 2016. This was the first pure residential building in Toronto's financial core in the financial district. It was a 54-story building, also close to 800 units. Next to that, obviously, is XO, phase 1 to the project that we're here about today. XO is completely sold out with the exception of a few penthouse suites. We're already well under construction with this site, now forming the 3rd story of the building, and things are progressing very well. Next to that, in the upper right corner, is Karma Condos, which was at Yonge and College, completed in 2016, a 50-story building. And moving quickly to the bottom left corner is Liberty Market Tower. This is a project that we launched in 2020, just before the pandemic. We're also welcoming residents into this building as we speak, and closing will be happening in the next few months. Next to that is Bond Condominium at Adelaide and John. This was a 42-story building that we completed in 2017. And next to that is Oscar Residences, which is a 9-story boutique building that we launched last year. And we are excited to announce that we are starting construction this month on this project. And then finally, Panda Condos in the bottom right corner. which is located right next to Ryerson University at Yonge and Dundas. Panda is a 30-story building that we're set to welcome residents into in the next few months. I now want to talk briefly about two new partnerships that we formed in the last year that have changed the way that we are building buildings today. With the pandemic, we've taken a step back as a group, and we've worked with our team to explore new ways to make our buildings even healthier and how best to support healthy lifestyle within our buildings. As a result, we've now partnered with Toronto-based Clear Inc., a leader in air and water filtration technology. And going forward, starting with Oscar residences, all new buildings will be incorporating air filtration technology into the lobbies and all common areas and all shared spaces in the building. In addition to that, all water entering our building will go through a separate hydro-optic UV treatment process to ensure that the water that reaches the taps of everyone's suites is as clean and pure as possible. Our second partnership that we formed is with Free Motion Fitness, and I'm proud to announce that we are the only developer in the GTA that has the direct partnership with Free Motion Fitness. Free Motion is a leader in connected fitness, allowing us to offer a superior fitness, cardio, and strength equipment in our buildings. In addition to that, their iFit library of interactive training gives residents the opportunity to jog with a trainer in through the streets of Portugal, or even on the beaches in Hawaii, or maybe even a hike through the Alps, all while Free Motion's equipment is adjusting the incline and decline of the machines, giving you a complete and interactive and enriching experience. Both of these partnerships support our focus today on offering residents healthy living and healthy lifestyle in our buildings. Finally, I want to talk quickly about the projects that we have in our pipeline that we look forward to bringing to market in the coming years. These are in no particular order, and we do have others that we are actually excited to be announcing very soon as well. So 111 River Street is a building with, it's 34 stories, and it will be located at the intersection of Dundas Street East and River Street. Next to that is 200 Queens Quay West. This will be a 59-story building right at the foot of the CN Tower. Next to that is 36 Eglinton Avenue West. This is a 65-story building right at the intersection of Yonge and Eglinton. Next to that is 49 Jacks Avenue. This will be a luxury residential building, 29 stories at Yonge and St. Clair. Below 200 Queens Quay is 8200 Warden. This is Lifetime's first Markham-based project, also called Panda Markham. This will be a 4-tower project with towers ranging in height from 34 stories to 45 stories, also representing roughly 2.2 million square feet and close to 2,000 new homes. And then finally, next to that are 2 boutique buildings that we will be developing on Wellington Street, just west of Bathurst, or right next door to the Well, with 504 Wellington being a 13-story boutique building and 45 Wellington being a 14-story building. So with that, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hear that we're well over 1,000 people attending this Zoom call, which is unbelievable. And I'm going to pass the presentation over to Steve now, who's going to tell you more about XO2.
Thank you, Brian. Truly a remarkable achievement and an incredible pipeline. Let's get to it. XO2 is located at the northeast corner of King and Dufferin. This beautiful tower stands at 19 stories tall and has a total of 410 units. As you can see, within the radius of this special location, you have incredible elements and fixtures, such as some of the best parks in the city, King West nightlife and dining, Queen West fashion retail shopping, and of course, Liberty Village, which boasts a massive and intellectual young professional crowd. But most of all, what makes this location so special is its connectivity. And when I say connectivity, I mean it. A perfect transit score of 100 as it stands today, which does not include the future Ontario subway line, which has a stop a few minutes walk from your front door. Above and beyond the amazing public transit hub, you are a couple of minutes away from the Gardner Expressway, which takes you to all of the major arteries of the GTA. Lifetime has put a lot of emphasis and when it comes to the incredible amenities the building has to offer. As you can see from this overview, the amenity space speaks to the current needs that the consumer looks for when purchasing a condominium. Some of these creative, innovative amenity spaces include a bocce court, a golf simulator, free motion fitness lounge that Brian spoke about, a beautiful residence lounge, an innovative games room, a think tank working space, which obviously is in huge demand these days, outdoor dining, urban parquet, a children's den, and a children's playground. As you can see from the floor plate at XO2, the floor plans are well thought out, very spacious, and most importantly, fantastic balconies and terraces. That's right, every single unit comes with a balcony and or a terrace, which has also become a very rare commodity in new condominiums coming into the downtown market. COVID has made everyone realize how important outdoor living space really is. And from your balconies, you have stunning views in every single direction. All right, let's get to the information you're all asking about, incentives. The policy structure, as you can see, it's a very friendly and a super extended one. This is for a limited time offer. So you have a $10,000 bank draft on signing, followed by balance of 5% in 30 days, 5% in 180 days, 2.5% in 300, 400, 500, and 600 days. If we continue on with the incentives, we are offering a free assignment. We are also offering a free above grade locker only for 2 and 3 bedroom units, capped levies, and the right to lease during interim occupancy.